everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited story that I've been waiting to tell you guys when I was kind of in a better, I want to almost say mental state, but also not just that, just am able to think about it and be able to talk about it in the best way possible. I also want to just make a disclaimer. I am not going to disclose names or anything like that, just for privacy reasons. But what I will say is that it was probably one of the hardest times of my life. But don't worry, guys, I am happy now. But yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna start the story off in February of 2024. This is kind of when my mental health got really bad, I would say. Like a few days after I had time to process what I really went through, I had time to process it and I started getting like really bad mental health. So, basically at the time I was in 11th grade and I couldn't tell you how unprepared I was for this to happen. We were going on a field trip. We went to a field trip and then all of a sudden canceled instantly, basically, once we got there, because we walked into the bowling alley, like a bowling alley. I haven't really talked about this much, so I might cry. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I choke them tears down. But yeah, so we walked into the bowling alley and I just remember, like, I was one of the first people to walk in there, and I just remember seeing somebody laying in the middle of a bowling alley, and I was just like, that's weird. And I didn't think too much of it because you don't see those things on a daily basis, right? Yeah. You don't see that kind of stuff on a daily basis, and nobody knows really what happened, but I was one of the first people to see. And it took, from the time we got there, the time for me to get my shoes, walk all the way to the bowling alley on the other end of the bowling thing, for one person to say something that guy isn't okay. Instantly, we had like a sports med teacher with us, and obviously CPR got performed. But that event, and I knew, like, when you see CPR being performed, you know, or somebody who has a parent that works in the medical field, you know what CPR means. You know that they're not breathing, right? So that's what was going through my head, that he wasn't breathing and that nothing's okay. And I'm looking at this and seeing CPR is so hard for me now, because it's just like, or anything like I can't watch a show if CPR is being performed, because it stresses me out and is like, it just makes me like go back to that time. But a lot of people around me were just making jokes about it, and it wasn't funny at all, like, you know. And so yeah, it was hard. It was a very hard time for me. And when I got back to school, I couldn't wrap my head around it. And then when I got in the car with my dad, I told him I just saw somebody pass away in front of me. And he was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Right? And then I told my mom when she got home, and it was very hard. I had a conversation with her about it, and she said, like, she asked me if I felt like it was my fault, and obviously I felt like it was my fault because I was one of the first people to see. And I said something to my friend. I said, there's a person laying in the middle of a bowling alley, right? And I said that to her, and I just kind of, because where we were standing, like, it kind of looked like he was, like, working on, like, the, you know where the bowling pins go? Like, it looked like he was just doing maintenance stuff and, like, looking, like, because he was laying on his back, so it looked like he was just trying to fix something up there. I didn't, like, stare for a long time. Like, if I feel like if I would have said something to a teacher, but I just felt like it was my fault because I was one of the first people to see, and I should have known what to do and what to say, but I didn't. I was 16 years old, you know, and seeing that kind of thing, you're never prepared for it, but seeing that kind of thing also just brings up things in your head that, like, you know, it was just like, it's my fault, like, you know, and that's how I felt. And, like, yeah, that's just how I felt. But yeah, so anyways, fast forward to, like, June. I was in such a bad mental state. I thought about it every single day since it happened, and replaying everything in my head constantly. My mental health started to go down. And obviously, at the time I was in this relationship, I'm gonna get to that in a sec, but I was in a relationship at this time. Well, I'm in a relationship currently, but what the relationship I'm talking about is a different one. But anyways, we'll get to that in a sec. But so yeah, we got to June, the end of school year is happening, end of 11th grade, and we are going to Prince Edward Island. And I'm, like, so excited for that because I haven't been there in, I think it was 9 years. So I haven't been there for a while. And I was just, like, so excited to go. I was like, let's go. Like, this is gonna be fun. Just to get my head off things, I feel like that was, like, something I was excited for, like, just to get everything off my mind. So we got to Prince Edward Island, and the minute I saw the ocean, I was like, this is my happy place. This is where I'm happy. And I cried taking off because my little sister was crying, and it made me scared. Because I don't know why, we just cry when we take off, and then we cried going back when we took off, but that was because I didn't want to leave. I swear. But fun there, and it was the best thing ever. But yeah, went to Prince Edward Island, best time ever. It did get my mind off things, you know. I was just looking into the ocean and being like, I feel super happy here, right? And then we fast forward to, like, September. I turned 17, and I'm like, we're gonna post on YouTube. I was just like, you know what? This seems like a good idea. I don't have to record every single day. I don't have to, you know, make my schedule super extravagant and, like, big until I get more subscribers. But speaking of subscribers, let's take a pause on the story for a second. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 12 subscribers. Yeah, we get to September, we start recording and editing and posting consistently for, like, I want to say, like, 7 or 8 weeks. By the time I got to the 8th or 9th week, I didn't film and I didn't post. And it was, like, Halloween time, okay? So what happened from when I was consistently posting to when I stopped posting? I was in this relationship, okay? And I took it upon myself. I wasn't happy necessarily to say. I was struggling with my mental health. Okay, we'll start like this. I was struggling with my mental health from what had happened in February, plus everything I was going through with that relationship. But not only those two things, I wasn't necessarily happy. Do I really want this in that relationship? Like, do I really want to move to Arizona? Do I really want to move, you know, I don't know. Like, do I really want to do that? And I just came to the conclusion that I didn't really want that. And so I just decided to end the relationship. And as hard as it was for that person, it was very hard for me to make that decision and be a grown-up and make a grown-up decision. And then my current boyfriend showed up New Year's Eve, because for some reason on TikTok, it was like, eat these grapes under the table and you'll have internal good luck for the rest of the year. So I was like, that don't seem too bad right now. Like, I want to do that so I have good luck for the rest of my life. So I did it. I completed it. I succeeded. Anyways, so I did that, and then I manifested like for a while to have my dream person, and the next person I date, I want them to be who I marry. I wanted them to be who I marry, right? So, okay, I think there was a hair in my eye, but I think it's better now. But yeah, so he was like begging me for a chance, right? And then I was just like thinking about it. I was like, I asked God to send somebody my way who was different and who, you know, I didn't like, just somebody who was different. Like, I just wanted somebody different from everybody else and someone who stood out to me, you know? And at the end of the day, like, it was one night, it was the 17th of January. And it was that night. And I don't know how to put this, like, he basically called me and then was just asking me for a chance, like, consistently, right? And I was like, you know what? Fine. And then we made a deal. He was like, I bet I can make you fall in love with me by Wednesday. And I was like, say less. I'll take you up for that bet. And then I actually me and him actually started dating that night, because he was like, well, if you stay up till 3 a.m, then we're dating. And I was like, okay, bet. So we actually ended up dating that night because I was up at 3 a.m. I didn't want to admit that I failed trying to fall asleep. He was really funny. And no, he is really funny. And yeah, he just makes me so happy, and I'm just so happy that I am in this relationship that I never thought I would have been in. Like, I never thought I was gonna be in such a happy relationship, because my last relationship, it was like, I wanted to call 24/7 all the time, like, and he didn't, and he would constantly tell me and get really mad at me and be like, I don't want to call you all the time. And then so once that stopped and he got a different job somewhere, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be on the call. I just gave up, basically. And then when I didn't text, we would never text. And if I didn't call, we wouldn't call. And it was just like, it felt toxic. You know, it kind of just felt that way. And then after the relationship ended, you would think, and after I became happy again, you would think, oh, she's gonna start posting again. Well, that didn't happen, because then not only was I in this other relationship now, or not only was I in the relationship with somebody who I want to marry, the person that I was in the last relationship with started messaging me and saying things to me that kind of just didn't sit well with me, and saying stuff like I'm not respectful, and saying things like that I used him and stuff like that. And like, that really hurts me, because I'm like, how did I and the using part is like something that really hurts me, because it's like, how could I use somebody when I never asked him for things? Never. Never once did I ask him for things. I mean, we never did stuff because it was long distance. So it's not like I was asking him constantly to, you know, do stuff, right? You know what that means, okay? Like, it's not like I was constantly asking him to do stuff like that. Like, and quite frankly, I have never had an in-person relationship, right? So I'm just like, girl, like, no, okay? I did not do that. And just saying like, oh, my mom was right about you using me and stuff like that. It's just like, I didn't, because I never asked you to buy me anything. And I know that in that relationship, I never bought him anything. I bought him maybe 2 things, I want to say. But that's because I never had money. And when I did have money, I had other things that I was, you know, focusing on at the time. And so I just didn't feel like I needed, like it's not that I felt like I didn't need to buy him something. I felt bad every holiday that I didn't buy him something. 3 years in that relationship and I barely got him anything, but it was long distance. And you have to think, like, it's hard to ship something to somebody's house and tell them, like, this is for this, you know? And like, he gave me a lot of gifts, but again, he had a job and he was working, and I don't have much money, but I still ended up paying his phone bill. You know, I paid his phone bill one time. So with little monies that I got here and there just from working for it, you know, like I ended up taking that money and putting it in his phone bill when I could have spent that on something else that I wanted at the time, you know? And I ended up paying his phone bill just so we could call, even though he literally didn't want to call. So there's just a lot in that relationship that, and even after that relationship, that like doesn't sit well with me. And then, so it is what it is. But yeah, now I'm happy and with somebody who really, really does care about me and my feelings and my emotions and everything in between. And I'm just so grateful for it. And I'm so grateful for him and everything. And me and him have been dating now for 6 months. So it makes me really happy. But yeah. And I had this little bit of a struggle moment in February when it was the 1-year anniversary to the passing of that person that I saw. But I just try not to think about it too much right now, and I don't go to therapy for it. Like I haven't gone to therapy. I kind of just turned to social media and was like, let me just see what I can do to make myself feel better. And then I ended up getting into this beautiful relationship, and I've been so happy in this relationship. I literally can't even express that I've never been this happy before. Like, ever. Like, I've never been this happy before with somebody. I've never been. And I'm just so happy that I'm in this relationship now, because it's just like, ugh, it makes me so happy. That light scared the crap out of me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just so happy. And also, I am moving in September. Moving in with my boyfriend in September. So, really excited about that. Will I film it? Possibly. If I get back on my filming, editing, and posting thing. Also, comment below what you guys want me to post, because I'm not sure. Like, I posted, like what's in my gym bag. I posted what's in my backpack. I posted what I got for Christmas, what I got for my birthday. Like, I posted those kinds of things. But if you guys don't like that kind of content, I would actually really like to know, because it's really good feedback. Because I know that when I posted my cleaning video, like clean my room with me video, that did so much better than every other video I posted. So I'm not sure. But let me know what you guys want me to post, because I definitely will take it all into consideration. And I'll be reading everybody's comments on everything and just taking notes. And yeah. So if you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like the lighting's really bad right now because I didn't think of that before. So yeah, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to see more of me. I will be coming back and I will be posting a lot more, hopefully consistently, once a week only, because I still have to figure things out, and I'm moving in with my boyfriend pretty soon, so we're just trying to figure things out still. But I'm gonna try and post at least once a week, maybe 2, if like something comes up and I do 2 videos in 1 week. You guys are gonna be really lucky. But I'm just trying to get my filming and editing and posting schedule kind of up, right? So I want to just film, edit, and post once a week, and then when I have more time on my hands, I'll be posting twice a week, and then maybe 3 times a week. And then on other social media platforms, I will probably start posting like 3 or 4 times a week, depending on what it is. I mean, right now I'm posting consistently every single day on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Also, want to talk about something really quickly. I just opened my small business named Aura. I would really love it if you guys went and checked it out. I do want to say the lip gloss that I am giving you guys, you're getting 2 of them because they are small. But I needed to put them at $5 because I messed up, okay? I messed it up. I got the wrong size lip gloss tube, so now I'm selling 2 of them for $5 instead of 1 of them. I think it was for 10 or 15, something like that. But I got bigger lip gloss tubes. I have 13 of them, so yeah. But my lip glosses, they'll come with like a free little goodie bag. Like I'll have like these little things that I'm putting in like the goodie bag, like stickers. There's like these mystery things that I'm putting in there. There's like just a bunch of fun stuff that I'm putting in there, and I haven't gotten an order yet, but I would really like it if you guys could go visit my small business named Aura. It's on Shopify, so I think I have a link in my YouTube. If not, I will make sure there's one by the time this video is posted. I will make sure that there is a link for it here. If you can't find it on YouTube though, search up my name on TikTok or Instagram. There will be a link in my TikTok bio. Press the link, it'll take you straight to my small business, and just check it out, you know? I have 2 different lip glosses on there. One's grape and one's 24 karat gold. Neither of them taste like anything. They have no taste, so like you can, if you like grape, like the grape looks pretty, but you don't like the taste of grape, it's perfect for you, because, you know, if your favorite color is purple, you know, you don't have to taste the nasty grape taste, and then, you know, like if you don't like grape, if you like grape taste, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed because it didn't get flavoring, but it's coming from the next ones. Because once I get all of these ones sold, I'll be able to upgrade my business a little bit, and then give a little bit more, and then a little bit more, you know? So yeah, please go check out my business. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, so please check out my business, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.